Catherine, or Kate, as we knew her then, when she first came onto the scene, I remember, as I'm sure you do, quite a lot of snobbery.
Yes.
About her mum, who spent some time as an air hostess. And in some of the newspapers, they refer to her as Carol, brackets, doors to Manuel Middleton.
It is even...
You couldn't even imagine that now.
It is even suggested that that was a joke shared by some of the younger members of the royal family, it has to be said. But remember, I want to put it completely the other way around. The Princess of Wales and the marriage of the Prince of Wales, the two of them, the current ones, it's the most equal royal marriage I can think of, not because of family, but because of education.
David, just look at these crowds now, with the cameras pulled back. I mean, clearly a lot of these people will have some kind of connection with the estate. A lot of people there work or associated with the estate, but they've taken time and trouble there to meet and wait for some hours to see this.
It's a sense that all of the royal palaces and the non-palace... This is not a palace.
It's a royal residence.
It's a royal residence. They somehow have become shrines. Again, we saw this for the first time with Kensington Palace and Princess Diana. And it's the way in which a specific event, the tragedy of Diana's death, has now become incorporated into what clearly will be the future of royal ceremony.
And does that strengthen the monarchy?
Yeah, I think very powerfully.
Just tell me the difference between a palace and a royal residence.
Right. A royal residence is somewhere simply where the monarch stays. Originally...
More handshakes, so protocol is changing, maybe.
Very definitely. I mean, because, of course, remember, at one point, until very recently, a man would have bowed and a woman would have curtsied.
Yes.
And you don't do anything unless you're offered.
And all of that is gone completely by the ball.
See the expressions on those ladies' faces there. Oh, and someone's... Yeah, they're really moved,
well, yes, that
aren't
lady
they?
in tears there. This is quite often the moment that it hits them, doesn't it, as to what's actually happened.
And you can see how relatable Catherine is and she looks so at ease holding that woman's hand.
Yes, if you're listening on radio, we're just seeing a scene now. It's a firm hand grip, not just a shake, and clearly...
It's prolonged, isn't it?
This lady, perhaps of more advanced age, is really saying something from the heart here to...
It's a clench. The hands were clenched.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were clenched.
Clearly all the conversations are still private, so we can't actually listen in to what's being said, and one has to say Prince William, the Prince of Wales, now is also speaking animatedly to people, and I think many, obviously, words of condolence to him that will be of some support and succour, I think.
Just tell us a little bit about William's character.
It's been very... When we first saw the two boys together, they seemed in many ways rather similar. It's now clear that they actually diverge very sharply. And to put it very simply, William takes after his father, but much more after his grandmother, after the late Queen. And Harry clearly embeds in himself so much of Diana, so much of the rebellion.
Well, Ken Worf was telling us a wonderful story yesterday. Ken Worf, just to remind people, was the Royal Protection Officer, bodyguard, effectively, to Princess Diana and the two boys, telling us about the skiing trips, and one particular one in Lech in Austria, where Harry decided to take himself off by himself to try out, having been actually taught how to stop properly, ending up in some flower beds, indicating that, very much the rebel wanted to go his own way.
It's traditional for the younger son.
Yeah.
Traditional for the younger son.